find the resultant force R due to force 1 and force 2. So how do we do this? So for those who are doing physics, this is just addition of vectors. There's nothing complicated here. It's just vectors, all right? You must be aware of vectors and scalars, right? For vectors, they have both magnitude and direction. I'm sure you can see the arrows. So this force has got the value, a 4 Newton. It also has the direction. It's going away from P. This one also has got a value and it's going also away from P. So how do we find the resultant force? R. There are two methods. We can use the trigonometric method or we can use the graphical method. I don't have a graph per se, so I'm going to use the trigonometric method. Okay, so we are going to draw a line. And when I say a line, let me use another color. So we will call that line, let's do this. Okay, let's complete this to become a what? A rectangle. This one becomes a rectangle. Let me also use another color. Then we can say our resultant force, okay, this is how you draw your resultant force. It will run all the way from here to here. That's how your resultant force will run. And it will run at an angle called what? Theta. So this is the R which they want you to find. Then they are not going to draw for you. So you need to draw it for yourself like they will have done it. Okay. So this side here, this side, it's parallel to this side. That means even this side is still F1 4 Newton. Also applies to the other side. Now, you know the Pythagoras theorem, right? So we're going now to use the Pythagorean theorem. If this R in this case is our hypotenuse, this side here, all right, because this is where the angle is facing, that one will be our opposite. Then the 20 Newton will be our adjacent. So we're going to say R is equal to the square root of force 1 squared plus force 2 squared. So our R just be equal to what? 4 squared plus 20 squared under the root, which will give us the square root of 416. Get a calculator. For me, I'm getting 20.4 newtons. Okay? Do you think the question is done? No. It's not done. Just because we found the R, we need to find the theta here, the angle. At which angle is this same resultant force? Okay. So we are going to use the tan theta. So say F1 over F2, which will be 4 over 20, which will give us 1 over 5. So how do we find theta now? We say theta is equal to tan inverse of 1 over 5. If you don't know how to punch tan inverse on the calculator, click shift, then tan. When you see the negative power on top, then open brackets, punch 1 over 5, close, then punch equal sign. You should be able to get something interesting like 11 point something, like 3, so closer to something like this. So now we've answered the question correctly. So this, the resultant force is 20.4 newtons, and it is at an angle of 11.3 above the horizontal. This is above, this is the horizontal, this line is the horizontal. So it's 11.3 above the horizontal. That is the one that we have here. Subscribe. It will be an amazing for me. Please do that.